massive Boeing 747s, one foggy runway, and in just seconds, 583 lives were lost. This is the deadliest aviation accident in history, not in the sky but on the ground. Welcome to Skyline Tragedies. Today we uncover the haunting events of the Tenerife airport disaster. It was March 27, 1977. A peaceful Sunday on the Spanish island of Tenerife, nestled in the Canary Islands. But what happened that day would echo through aviation history forever. Two jumbo jets, one operated by KLM Royal Dutch Airlines and the other by Pan American World Airways, were never meant to be on the same runway. But a terrorist bombing at another airport changed everything. Originally, both flights were supposed to land at Gran Canaria Airport. But a terrorist threat forced its closure. Dozens of flights, including KLM Flight 4805 and Pan Am Flight 1736, were diverted to Los Rodeos Airport, a small, fog-prone airstrip in northern Tenerife. Suddenly, an airport built for light traffic was overcrowded with giant planes and tension. KLM 4805, ready for takeoff, was at the start of the runway. At the same time, Pan Am 1736 was taxiing down the same runway, instructed to exit at the third turn. But in the dense fog, the Pan Am crew missed it. They were still on the runway. Meanwhile, the KLM captain, Jacob van Zanten, a highly respected instructor, believed he had clearance. With full throttle, the massive aircraft began its takeoff roll, unaware of the Pan Am jumbo jet right in its path. At 300 kilometers per hour, the KLM pilots suddenly saw something in the fog. A silhouette, the Pan Am. They tried to pull up. The nose lifted. The landing gear came off the ground. But it was too late. The lower fuselage of the KLM jet slammed into the Pan Am, ripping its upper deck. Fuel tanks ignited and both planes burst into fireballs. The KLM flight exploded instantly. All 248 on board perished. On the Pan Am plane, heroic efforts saved 61 lives, as passengers and crew escaped through the torn fuselage and emergency exits. But 335 were lost, trapped in fire and smoke. Rescue was chaotic. Fog, flames, and fuel made everything worse. The world was stunned. How could the worst aviation disaster happen without a plane even leaving the ground? Investigators blamed a tragic mix of miscommunication, fog, stress, and human error. KLM's captain had misunderstood his clearance. The controller's vague instructions and radio interference added confusion. From this horror, the aviation world changed. Standardized phraseology like "cleared for takeoff" became strict protocol. Cockpit Resource Management (CRM) was born, empowering co-pilots to speak up. Runway safety, ground radar, and communication training were transformed. 583 souls lost in a moment that should never have happened. A disaster born not of a crash from the sky, but a failure to listen and see on the ground. The Tenerife airport disaster reminds us how small mistakes can lead to unthinkable consequences. May their memory always push aviation toward greater safety. This is Skyline Tragedies. If you found this story haunting and eye-opening, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to keep these stories alive.